this one, I just want to make it quick and simple. 10 unconventional ways that a PT can be more professional. And then some of it is based personally on like my perception, my train of thought. Some of it's like holistic industry-wise. We'll just get into it. First one, wear shoes. This is kind of like a take on my side, being in Vietnam. Like a lot of people, coaches, trainers, yoga, the culture here is one without shoes. So I completely get that. And if you're training, barefoot training is actually pretty good. It has its benefits. If a client wants to go barefoot, I have no problem with that. But it's me personally, as a coach, as a trainer, I don't think the trainer should be barefoot. I think it's unprofessional. The reason why I say that is in Vietnam, like you have this, let's say you have this fitness industry, this is kind of the norm. In my opinion, over the last 12 years, yes, the fitness industry has developed, but it's like, it's only getting like incrementally better, or like it's only getting a little bit better with each iteration. My thing with wearing shoes is that it's just different from everyone else, and feet are kind of gross. So that's what I think. Number 2, look the part. And when I say look the part, I mean look like you're a trainer, look like you are fit, look like you're in shape, look like you do weights. Be the things that you ask your clients to do. I recently did a consultation in Malaysia, and I had a really great personal trainer run me through sort of a mock training session. Very good personally, high EQ, had his programming down, was confident. The only thing is, he just looked like a malnourished Asian trainer. You know, I'm pretty strong for my size. Based on his experience, he's given me weights that are much lighter than what I'm used to. To put it simply, when millennial men and Gen X men, and when all sorts of women come into PPC and then they see me and I have the whole setup, it looks professional, there's me, I'm organized, I'm punctual, I'm professional, and then when they finally meet me, I have confidence, I look like I'm a trainer, my passion and experience, you can feel it in the room. Men, women, all ages, they listen, it's not a problem getting buy-in. And when you look the part and you get the buy-in, you have more success as a trainer, you get more clients, and that snowball effect of positivity just keeps on going. So look the part. Number 3, brush your teeth. I can't tell you how many times I've been the recipient of a service, and let's say someone has had bad breath, or you're close to someone and there's something in someone's teeth. It's just like annoying. Again, maybe it's like a cultural thing, like there's lots of like stinky foods, like a lot of pungent foods. People love food in this culture. But when I was in banking in my early 20s, I remember this. I was working in Vancouver, which was like a high segment of Chinese population customers. I worked in a branch, we had 50 staff, and 48 had like a Asian last name, and then there were Shaw and Parks. That was it, that was me and them. And I remember going upstairs for lunch one day, I was 20, and one of the most successful financial advisors, I went to the bathroom, he was there with a toothbrush, toothpaste, and floss. And I was like, oh, that's smart. And he's like, yeah, I've been doing it for years. And since then, if I'm gonna be around people, if I'm gonna be in close proximity, I'm brushing my teeth. I have floss in my gym, after lunch, I brush my teeth, I have gum everywhere. Number 4, record shit. We are in the business of personal training, strength training, progressive overload. Track it. Track what they do day 1, track what they do day 2, track what they do day 3. All right, let's say day 1, someone squats 10 kg times 10 times. Day 2, they squat 10 kg times 12 times. Guess what? That's improvement, 20%. Record it. You'll get buy-in. You'll get proof of your programs working. You'll get confidence from this, and you will get more clients because of this process. Number 5, do what you say you will do. In Asian cultures, being in Southeast Asia the last 12 years, there's a big cultural thing about saving face. The fear of the judgment of doing something wrong is so high that people in many different walks of life will rather gloss over the accountability, gloss over what they say they will do, gloss over a mistake, and like lie so that they avoid the feeling of losing face. I think your word is your bond, and it takes a lifetime to build up a reputation and a second to break it. So do what you say you'll do. Which brings me to my next thing. Number 6, under promise and over deliver. Where I am here in Vietnam, in my experience, most of the time when I'm customer and receiving a service or a product, I am overpromised and underdelivered. And this just leads to a cycle of disappointment and frustration and a lack of trust. So for me, my thing is underpromise and overdeliver. Actually, the way I kind of do it is I just overdeliver. Like if I can make sure that I give value to my client that's greater than the resources that they give in. The resources could be time, could be money, emotions, whatever. If I can overdeliver and give more value, then you are on the right spot. So underpromise, overdeliver, you're already different than 90%. Number 7, be vulnerable. It's not about you, it's about the client. Be willing to learn, be willing to make mistakes. I meet a lot of trainers that get into a niche or they get into training because they've been good at something. Maybe one trainer is good at powerlifting, maybe one trainer is good at hypertrophy, maybe one trainer is good at kettlebells, maybe one trainer is good at yoga. All these things that I just mentioned, they are just tools to get the job done for the client. What does the client need? You have a variety of methods and options to get the result that the client requires. And from your part as the trainer, it requires you to be vulnerable, be looking within to serve the needs of the person in front of you. Number 8, walk the talk. I said this before. Part of this has to do with looking the part. Never give a client an exercise you haven't done. Walk comfortably and confidently in your training space. If you're not confident in the training space, how is your client going to be confident in an area or an arena that they've maybe never been to or that they're uncomfortable about? So walk the talk. Number 9, like what you do and do more better. A lot of people can make being a personal trainer a job. Not a lot of people can make it a career. It's fine to have this as a job, but if you want to make this as a career where you're supporting kids, you're doing the things you want to do, you're making an impact in your community and in your industry, you need to have passion, you need to like what you do, and then you got to do it better. So you got to be continually learning, continuing education. This industry is changing every day, every week. You got to keep up on top of trends so you know what not to do. You got to keep up on what's actually working. You got to keep evaluating yourself and try to become a better version of yourself. I heard this one quote from a trainer, I don't know who, a long time ago. If your programming is the same as it was last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, or if you're doing the same stuff and there's not tweaks or changes, then you are doing something wrong. Last one, show up. Pretty simple. Be punctual, be on time, be ready, and be prepared to go when the client comes in. You don't know how many times I've showed up to places like on time or early. Like my mom's like a punctual person. She's like, if you're not 30 minutes early, you're late. So she's the person that comes to the airport like 4 hours beforehand. So like with me, like I used to take clients at 5 a.m. Now I take clients at 6 a.m., the earliest. So I get up at 5, I drink my coffee, I do what I gotta do. I get dressed, I brush my teeth, I do my hair, I make sure I look the part, I look professional. I make sure I'm energetic because I need to be on the second the client walks in that door at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. If I'm matching their energy, if I am not ready to go, then they're gonna have less energy and a less effective workout. So yeah, so many times here, I've showed up to stuff and people are late, they've made mistakes. I don't know, I forgot that I had an appointment with you. If this is your business, take it seriously, show up. That's all. Cool.